about Java aggregation operations, better known as streams. Create a new project, Java project. I don't know if I need a main or not, so I'm going to put one in, and we'll call it aggregate operations, which is streams. But I already have a project called streams, so I wanted to name it something else. Alrighty. So what is it about streams? We're going to do it again with examples. We're going to have a list of people, and we're going to stream it and do different things to it. So let's create a person class like we did for the previous Lambda video person, but this one's going to be a little bit different, a little more beefed up. Now this person, again, it has gender, male, female, other. I misspelled this in both. It's funny. A name, a birth date, a gender, an email address. A constructor that takes all three. Getters for the threes. Calculate years old. Takes the date of birth. Looks at what now is and figures out what the age is in years. Print person. I did this because the Java tutorial did this. I also put in a toString. I'm not sure why. And here's where I put in a static method to populate a list of people. And in here I did Harry Potter characters: Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Hermione Granger, Draco Malfoy, Rubius Hagrid, Molly Weasley, Jenny Weasley, Neville Longbottom, Severus Snape, Albus Dumbledore. Alright, so most people know who they are. Now, what we're going to talk about, we're going to pretty much go through the Java tutorial on, and they call it aggregate operations. We just pretty much call it streams because that's the main thing we do with it. So here they have a person class, look familiar, and we're going to then, and again I'm going to go through my previous curriculum on this. So there is a stream method. There is an interface stream, and if you have a collection, you can call stream, and a collection being a list, a set. So what you can do, here's an example, you can stream it, you can filter it to reduce it, map it to an integer, and sum. So these are the kind of operations you can do on a stream. Let's look at the methods of stream. Ones that we're going to do. Collect will give you a collection. You take a stream of one thing, collect, and turn it into another collection. Like let's say you have a string of persons and you just want the names. You can get a collection of strings back with just the names. You can call count to see how many elements are in the stream. You can call empty to get an empty string. You can filter, and the filter is going to take a predicate lambda. Woohoo! And we saw lambdas before. Let's see, for each, you can, for each element in the stream, you can do something to it. You can map it, map this collection to a collection of different things. That's what the map does, by the way. The map changes it from like a person to a string, and then the collect would then say create a collection of whatever the stream is. If it's persons, create a collection of persons. If it's strings, create a collection of strings. There's min, max, reduce, sort, and you can turn it into an array. So that's the stream interface stream right there if you want to look at it some more. That's what we're going to play with. All right. So here, let's take this main and put it in our main. And what we're going to do here in main In the main method of main, we're going to call the static method on person, which is giving me a compiler error. Why are you giving me a compiler error? Private static list person populate. What is the compiler error? Oh, has private access over here. We got to change this to public. Oh, let me show you how I figured that out. See how populate has a red line under it here? I don't know if you might be colorblind, you might not be able to see a red line, but there is a line under populate. If I put my mouse over it, I see the warning that populate has private access in the person class. So over here in person, I'm going to change this from private to public. And remember, IntelliJ auto saves for you, so you don't have to click save. And now the compiler error is gone. So main is going to get a list of people, and it's going to call this one method. The one method is going to here on lines 11, 12, and 13, it's going to use the for, the enhanced for loop, and it's going to print out the person's name. But here on lines 15, 16, and 17, we're going to take the people collection, which is a list. We're going to stream it, and the stream returns, well, we'll talk about that in a second. Then we're going to call for each on it, and hey, here's a lambda. And the lambda says, for the person, call person.name and comma, just like above. I want to go back and look at what stream returns. Oh, I got to call that in collection. Back here. It has a stream method. And when you call the stream, you get back a stream, right? Right. So when we call stream, we get, and let's see, and on stream, we can call the for each method. So right here on stream, the interface stream, we can call the for each method. This is where I want to be, FOR, for each. And it doesn't return anything. So that's called a terminal operation on the stream because it doesn't return anything you can do anything with. But other operations on the stream will return you back a stream so you can keep doing this ... on it. So here I got a stream, and if I call it, this is a terminal operation, the for each, so I get a void back. I can't do anything with it. But we're going to see in a moment, we're going to call another operation which is going to return back a stream, and I can keep, as long as I keep getting a stream back, I can keep calling methods on the stream. Back to this. So now, so there's the for each method, right? Let's do something that does a stream, a filter, and a for each. So let's grab this to method here. Come on, to. Oh, I can click copy over here. Copy. And we're going to add a to method. And we're going to call it up here in main. Oh, we never ran the one method. Let's run this first. Let's run it where we're only calling run and see that we get everybody's name. All right, so in the enhanced for loop, we get everybody's name, and in the stream for each, we get everybody's name. And that's back here looking at the one method. The one method did a for each loop, an enhanced for loop here, got everybody's name, and it used a stream for each to get everybody's name. Now we're going to call to. I think I'll just comment out one. And I'll add a call to so we don't get too much output. To. We got to pass it people. Okay. And for to, we're going to, in the OO way of doing it, what we want to do is, what do we want to do here? We want to just find the males. So we would do a for each loop, and if the person get gender equals person gender male, we'll print out the name. Here in the stream, we'll stream it, and then we'll filter it, all right, using a lambda that says for each person, get gender equals male, and then we'll call for each on that filter. Let's run that. So we should see males from the for loop and males from the stream. And sure enough, the enhanced for loop has Harry Potter, Ron Weasley, Draco Malfoy. And the stream filter for each has the same thing. Now, here's the point I wanted to make. Back here to the stream interface, the filter method, FIL, filter, see how filter returns a stream. And that's why we can do this dot stream, dot filter, dot for each, because the call to stream returns a stream, and we can call the filter method, that returns a stream, and then we can call this terminal method for each. And I think that's enough to get you going. What you're going to do is pretty much, what you can do is you can go look at the aggregate operation Java tutorial, and they have stream filter for each and a bunch more. Stream filter, map to inch, average, get as double. That's where I first learned streams. And you can also look at the stream interface, which is right here. This is the stream interface, and these methods are what you're going to be calling on streams. And that is enough for stream aggregate operations.